Hello, guys, and welcome back to Between the Ropes TV. Now, there's been a bit of a story break this morning, and that story is that Oleksandr Usyk has declared he wants to face Deontay Wilder next. Now, that's surprising, isn't it? Because obviously, as we know, talks for Tyson Fury to face Anthony Joshua in December are well underway. They're actually saying that fight's 90% done. But it was also no secret that Team Fury tried to make the undisputed fight with Oleksandr Usyk for December before they obviously moved on to the Joshua fight. And the feedback was, which at the time, I think most people sort of said fair enough, Usyk didn't want to fight in December. He's obviously just had a really long camp. He's fought Anthony Joshua, retained his titles. And he was quite keen to have a break now, see his family. Obviously, we all know what a tough year that's been and still is for Ukraine and the Ukrainian people. So I don't think anybody really had an issue with that. And if it led to Fury Joshua, even better, because that's a great fight, particularly in the UK. But worldwide, that's an incredible fight, and it looks like we're going to get it. But today, Oleksandr Usyk has declared he now wants to face Deontay Wilder. And presumably that fight would take place before the spring date that Usyk had previously said to Team Fury he would be ready for. So it begs the question, has Usyk ducked Fury? Now, I think many people believe that Tyson Fury would beat Oleksandr Usyk just because of the size and awkwardness that he sort of brings. It's a very different task to beating Anthony Joshua. And let's not forget, Usyk has only had the 4 fights at heavyweight. Obviously, that was Chaz Witherspoon, Derek Chisora, and then the 2 fights with Anthony Joshua. So he's inexperienced against these big giants of men. So it does beg that question. And, let us know in the comment section what you guys think. Has Usyk ducked Fury? Will we ever see Usyk face Fury? Well, obviously, we saw this years ago and for a few years, didn't we, with Joshua and Wilder? That big undisputed fight, different fights crop up, they get moved backwards, and we never saw it. We never have seen Joshua Wilder. And I think that was a fight I personally believe we'd probably see in 2023 with the Saudi money. I think it's fair to say that Fury and Usyk now, after recent fights, are definitely the top 2 heavyweights. But between Dylan White, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, even now, who knows, Joe Joyce, Joseph Parker, there are questions to be answered in the rest of that pecking order. So I believe that was a fight we would have seen. But now, if Wilder faces Usyk, I think it's very much the boxer versus the power puncher, isn't it, in terms of Deontay Wilder's power that he brings and we know about. But personally, how I see that fight playing out, I think Usyk would be too tricky. Deontay Wilder might be a tall man, but he's not a heavy man. Let's not forget, a lot of his career has been fought at sort of 15, 16 stone. So he's not a massive heavyweight in terms of natural weight. And his boxing ability, I'm possibly not the best one of us to be doing this video because I've been highly critical of Deontay Wilder's boxing ability throughout his career. I think it is very limited. And, he does stalk opponents looking for that right hand. If he lands it, it's deadly. And, I would back him if he did land to possibly knock Oleksandr Usyk out. However, what we have seen is that, at times when Anthony Joshua was more aggressive and went to the body a bit, obviously we saw the same in the Chisora fight, Usyk doesn't like being hit to the body. And I still think that there is a blueprint to beat him. And that is, being aggressive on the front foot, bullying him, going to the body, which certainly I would back Tyson Fury to do it against him. But I don't think Deontay Wilder has that ability. So I do back Usyk to win this on points. I think he may end up making Wilder look a little bit silly. However, having said all that, I think it's also, very fair to say that it's a fight we need to see. If Usyk, he talks a lot about history, about legacy. If he wants to go down as an all-time great, he needs to fight his whole generation. He did that at cruiserweight. The resume is incredible. However, at heavyweight, I rate the Chisora win. Obviously, the Chaz Witherspoon, that was just a first fight at the weight. Anthony Joshua is definitely on the list, but we still want to see him in with a Deontay Wilder, Dylan White, Tyson Fury, and the list goes on. So that's it, guys. That's the news. Let us know in the comment section what you think. Has he ducked Fury? Do you want to see him face Wilder? And how do you think the fights will go? And hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us on the next one.